Hey there, Diamond Valley family. It's great to be back with you guys again. Happy Friday. I'll tell you, week one in October is done. It is finished and down the drain, and you guys handled it like absolute champions. Thank you so much for a great week of work. I want to tell you about some of the things that I am really grateful for this week. We had some visitors come to our school site this week. We had our assistant superintendent of business services and some other folks come by the site this week, and they actually called me afterwards and they wanted me to let Steve-O know how good the campus looked. Steve-O and all the folks that have been helping him. I don't know if you have been in our staff lounge, but man, the floor looks fantastic. But we just appreciate all of that extra work. I am extremely grateful to Miss Angela for all the work she did behind the scenes to set up our picture days with the kids. It was so cool to see the kids and see the parents. They got all dressed up like they normally would for registration, and we had drive-up pictures, and that was really cool. So I'm grateful just for the chance to see kids again. That was awesome. I'm grateful that we had the opportunity to fill our attendance position. So I want to officially welcome Francisco to the attendance department, and he will be heading that up. So congratulations, Francisco, and welcome to the front office team. If you guys have attendance questions, please make sure you check with him. I'm also really grateful for the time that we had during our staff meeting this week with our superintendent. I want to thank you all for being honest and sincere and just being genuine with her in your breakout sessions. And thank you for providing great feedback. You guys are awesome and just a wonderful team. A few pieces of information for you as we close out this week in terms of things to look forward to. So on October 27th, every year HUSD holds something we call Principal for a Day. So we bring in different community members, business leaders, church leaders, just local movers and shakers, and we try to give them a picture of what's going on inside of our schools. And so this year we will have a member from the community on October 27th that will join myself, Ms. Cahoon, the principal at West Valley, and then all of our principals from our feeder schools. And we'll be popping into some different classrooms. There's not a lot that you need to do in terms of preparation. We want you to continue to do your thing. We know that ELA will be map testing next week, and so we won't bother you guys. But if you see some people pop into your classes next week, that's what that's all about. It's the Principal for a Day, and we want to show you guys off. I also want to remind you, and I know you guys already know this, but we are in October. And I don't care if it's virtual or if it's in person, the two absolute longest times of the year are always October and March. Those 2 months are very, very difficult. It's a long stretch from Labor Day until we get to Veterans Day. There are not really days off. You guys are already stressed out because we're in front of a computer. And I know that there is a lot of anxiety because we're approaching that November 9th mark, and there's a lot of questions about, are we going to have to go back to school? Are the kids going to come back? And what will that look like? And tell me about the cohorts. And I know everybody has a lot of questions right now about that. And there's a real sense of anxiousness amongst people. So I want to just put your minds at ease. I know the superintendent said it when she met with us in our staff meeting, but we will not make decisions that are rash, and we are going to make sure that we communicate with our labor partners and with all of the groups that are necessary to make the best decision in terms of being consistent for kids and consistent for our families and consistent for you all. So there are already folks from HTA and CSCA and the district that are meeting and talking through things. And I believe that they will make the best choice for us, and we'll communicate that as early as we can. My last point for you this week, your Friday challenge is to have an attitude of gratitude. And sometimes what happens on the other end of that is there are times where we get frustrated or we get angry. And so I want to remind you with a little story that I use consistently when I'm talking with people and when I'm talking with kids, but it's a good reminder for all of us about the impact of our words and our actions. And so the story goes that there was a young boy who had a bad attitude with his father. Shocker, right? And this kid had a bit of an anger problem. Like he had outbursts and he said things that were mean. And so his dad gave him a bag of nails and a hammer, and he told the kid, "Hey, go outside. There's a wood fence outside, and if you get angry, I want you to take all day and you just hammer as many nails as you can into that fence." And so the kid goes outside, and on the first day, he hammers in like 37 nails into the fence. And he's tired, and he comes back inside. And the dad told him, "Hey, every day when you get angry, until you're not angry anymore, you can go outside and you can pound those nails into the fence." So it took a little while, but every day the kid got a little less angry and a little less angry until eventually he told his dad, "I'm not really angry anymore." And the dad told him, "Okay, well, that's great." He said, "So let's celebrate. And every day that you're not angry, I want you to go out and you can pull one nail out of the fence." And the kid said, "Okay, great." So he goes outside, and every day he pulls one nail out of the fence. And it took some time, but eventually there were no nails left. And the dad said, "Well, son, come here and let me talk to you about it." So he starts walking him down the fence. And he tells him, "I'm really grateful that you feel better about it, but I want you to take a look at the fence. And all of these holes that are inside of the fence, even though you've asked for forgiveness and you've said, 'I'm sorry,' these are marks that are still left based on what you did." And the reminder for us today is that every side conversation we have with people, every email interaction, every phone call, every opportunity that we get with either staff or with students or with parents, we all have an opportunity to either speak life into people or to be negative and to speak hurt into people. And the truth is that what you say is not nearly as important as the way that you say it. And so I want to encourage you that even if you're frustrated in the moment and you want to say something about somebody, just know that when you say those things or when we do those things, they do leave a mark, and it's very difficult to move past those things because we all have scars from where people have said things. And so I want to encourage you: speak life into people, be positive with the kids, be positive with each other, and just know that we'll get through this thing together, guys. We're going to get through it. We all have scars, we all have challenges, but I know that we're going to get through this thing. I believe in you. I trust you guys, and I hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe. If you need anything, you guys know how to find me. You got my cell phone. I think some of you have a GPS tracker on me because you find me pretty easy. But you guys know we're here and we are available. Take care of yourselves. Stay blessed.